It's the Washington Capitals against the New Jersey Devils. Capitals game coverage on Home Team Sports is brought to you by Cold Filtered Miller Genuine Draft, the #1 draft choice of Capitals fans. Tap into the cold. By Hardee's, where you'll find all kinds of good stuff. By Texaco System 3 gasoline. After 5 tanks, it gets even better. And by Subaru, we build our reputation by building a better car. And by Washington Gas, where great things in life come out of the blue. The Capitals with a solid effort into the win column in the Patrick Division last night here at the Capitol Center, defeating the New York Islanders. They'd like to make it 2 straight on successive nights as they face the New Jersey Devils. Good evening, everyone. I'm Jeff Rimmer, your play-by-play voice of Caps hockey here on Home Team Sports. And as always, joining us, Craig Laughlin. Craig, the Capitals facing the first-place New Jersey Devils. They've won 3 in a row. The Washington Capitals have got revenge on their mind, I'm sure, from a loss on Wednesday night. Your thoughts on this matchup tonight?
Well, I think the Capitals are coming in with a lot of confidence after beating the Islanders last night. They want to establish something at their home rink against Patrick Division teams. And I think New Jersey is a similar team. They both work very hard. They got some good goal-scoring lines. But I think tonight, the Jersey Devils are going to be in for a real lot of checking and hard hitting from the Capitals.
Well, just a few moments ago, our Al Koken had a chance to visit with the Caps coach. Let's go downstairs to Al and Terry Murray.
Thank you, Jeff Rimmer, with Coach Terry Murray. And Terry, after last night's performance against the New York Islanders, 4 for 5 on the power play. You look at the league stats today, the Washington Capitals' 3rd best power play in the NHL, 3rd best in penalty killing. Is your specialty teams really going to be a story for you all season, do you hope?
I sure hope so, Al. I think that the importance of the specialty teams is not overrated. You spend a third of the game on special team situations, and in order to have any success, you have to be able to execute, especially on the power play. You know, it's something that it can just mean the difference in winning and losing, and it can mean the difference in making the playoffs or not. And the way we're shooting the puck and going to the net right now, good things are happening.
With your penalty killing, as we said, 3rd in the league, I think it'll also be put to a pretty severe test tonight. An excellent New Jersey power play, 5th right now, and they have got a dangerous combination of McLean, Stastny, and Muller to keep an eye on, don't they?
They do, and even strength situations also, but particularly on the power play. Stastny's the key guy. He gets control of the puck on the half board, and he sees the ice and moves the puck so well that anybody out there is a threat to score a goal. So if we can, we're going to try and key a little bit more on us, Peter Stastny. Try and keep the puck away from him if that's possible. He positioned himself so well, kind of in no man's land all the time on the power play, but keep it away from him, and then let the other guys do their job and see what happens.
All right, Terry, appreciate the visit. Good luck tonight against the New Jersey Devils. Terry Murray, before the start of tonight's hockey game, let's go back upstairs and rejoin Jeff Rimmer and Craig Laughlin.
Thanks, Al. Well, the other night, Greg, you and I had a chance to visit the Meadowlands, see the Devils and the Caps meet for the first time this season. What impressed you about this Devils hockey club?
Well, first of all, Laurie Boschman, I think he's a key guy. He's a gritty, hard-nosed forward. He's very good on the draws, maybe one of the best in the league. He brings a lot of character to this young team. And another guy that impressed me, Claude Lemieux, coming over from Montreal. I think he's a big, strong guy. He rarely gets knocked off his feet. He's coming around now. He's playing a lot better. He's a key guy for them to get in and forecheck the Capitals' defense.
Before the season started, a lot of hockey fans, a lot of hockey people wondered if John Druce could duplicate his accomplishments of last spring for the Capitals in the Stanley Cup playoffs. Has John Druce arrived as an everyday National Hockey Leaguer, Craig?
I think he has. I think popping those 2 goals last night, he's getting his confidence back. He's shooting a lot more now, and when John Druce shoots, he creates a lot of chances for himself. He's got a good hard shot. He's a big kid. Look for a lot from him. And another guy that's impressed me is Kevin Hatcher. He's coming off of the first 4 or 5 games, getting back his win, getting back in shape. Now he's going to pick his spots to carry the puck into the zone. He's going to be skating a lot tonight, but he's a key man on the power play and the penalty killing unit.
Well, we've talked at great length here tonight about the Capitals and their success with the extra man. The New Jersey Devils are also owners of a potent power play, and Peter Stastny leads that attack very, very well.
He sure does. I think they're a key power play. Both teams have a very good power play, both good specialty teams, penalty killing. Look for this game to be the team that executes best for the team that's going to win this game.
Goaltending. Don Beaupre in for the Capitals. And what can you say about Chris Terreri? First star last night in a win over the New York Rangers.
Well, he's a flopper. He gets around. He slides a lot. gives up a lot of rebounds. I think the Capitals have to concentrate to drive to the net, look for that loose puck in the slot.
And, of course, Don Beaupre, as I said, the starting goaltender for the Capitals tonight, he, despite not picking up a win in his first 2 starts, did play well.
He sure did. They're both similar goaltenders. They've got to cover their rebounds. Both teams go to the net.
Well, we're just about set for the opening face-off right now. It's time for the national anthem. We'll have all the play-by-play action right now downstairs.
Stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watch, where so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, their bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Alyssa Wayne with the national anthem tonight. The referee, Bill McCreary, and our linesmen, Brian Murphy and Jerry Pateman.
Starting in net for the New Jersey Devils. He's a small goaltender. Chris Terreri, small. He's a flopper in the crease. He doesn't really come out of his crease because he has great reflexes. For the Capitals, Don Beaupre. Coming back, he's a stand-up goaltender. He likes to come out and block the angles. He comes out of his net a little farther than most goalies. He's a strong reflex goalie.
And your starting lineups tonight, Rouse and Lawler on the defense. Tippett centering a line with Alan May and Nick Kyprios. For the New Jersey Devils, Danico and Marcinishin, number 27, a rookie for the New Jersey Devils. And up front, you've got the line of Eisbart, Podubny, and Dave Maley. We are underway. First period action at the Capitol Center. Marcinishin wraps it off the boards, firing it into the Washington end, and there it is cleared by Don Beaupre. Onto the stick with Bob Rouse to Alan May, who clears the zone. Marcinishin very quickly dumps it back in the Washington end, and again it's Beaupre, leaving it there this time for Lawler. Caps and the Devils, second of 7 regular season meetings. Both teams winners last night. The Devils 3-2 over the Rangers, and the Capitals 4-3 over the Islanders here at the Cap Center. Terreri out of his net, being chased there by Kyprios. Puck comes free, misses Podubny. Off the boards, but not out. Rouse keeps it in for the Capitals. In the corner, Alan May sidesteps a check from Danico. Gets it back to Rouse at the point. The shot blocked by Podubny. Goes off into the opposite corner, and Maley takes it for the Devils. Maley getting it ahead on the right wing for Shanahan. Both teams change on the fly. Wrapped around the boards. Boschman puts it right out of the stick of Peter Zezel. He loses his edge, but gets it to Lawler. Lawler dumps it in. And off into the corner there is Fetisov with the puck.
Both teams trying to get their legs early in the game. Both 2 games in 2 nights. It takes a couple of shifts to get into it and get your legs under you.
Here's Stewart on the left wing. His pass intercepted by the Capitals defense. Play along the boards, and Ciccarelli takes a hard shot there from Stewart. They jawed one another down the ice. Fetisov for the Devils. Centers a pass. Ciccarelli taking his man, and the puck ends up all the way in the Washington end. Beaupre leaving it there for Felix. Centering pass for Zezel with Ciccarelli breaking on the right wing. Here's a pass to Ciccarelli. Over the line. A shot, and Terreri with a save. Ciccarelli gets the puck right back in the corner. Stewart and Pavanka battle for possession along the boards. The puck comes loose. Kazatanov for the Devils. On the left wing for Stewart. He races after it in the Washington end. Stewart ridden off there by Kelly Johansson. Hunter helping him out. Pavanka tips it ahead, but Driver's got it for the Devils. Here's a shot, fakes a shot, second time. Boschman now clears it. McLean standing at the doorstep. Puck comes loose and it's backhanded by Hunter. Back out of the Capital zone. Both teams again changing as Driver drives one that Beaupre loves, and the Caps in their own end here now. Fail to get it out. Tipped there by Muller, and Beaupre comes up with the save. Felix, long lead pass, knocked down by Driver, who clears it off the boards. Now McLean in over the line. Getting some help from Abilene, who flips it ahead. Hunter for the Capitals. Gets it to Felix, and he flips it high in the air all the way back down into the Jersey end. It is touched there by Driver, and icing the call. 17:02 left to go here in the first period. We are scoreless.
Filtered, never heat pasteurized.
What happened? The car just passed.
Miller Genuine Draft. For those who've discovered its real draft taste, the world is a very cool place.
The Capitals a little bit sloppy, not clearing it outside their blue line. Pass from McLean to Muller, a good deflection. Beaupre slides, a two-leg slide across this crease, kicks the puck away. The Capitals have to beware of the two blue lines in their zone and the Devils' blue line. They have to get the puck in.
Druce and Bondra in over the New Jersey line. Bondra leaves it there for Druce. A shot! Oh, he backed it off the goalpost. The light goes on, and it's a goal! John Druce pops out. The Caps lead 1-0. The red light goes on, and referee tonight, Bill McCreary, very quick to call it a goal. The Caps are up 1-0.
John Druce just gets the puck. He's on his left side. He shoots it right upstairs. And I was talking to him earlier, and I said, John, that's where I scored all my goals. And when you're in tight like that against a small goalie, Jeff, you want to throw it up top. And Druce, it's tough for a goalie to come out in the angle because he's on his off wing. But it went right upstairs, right between the goal post and the crossbar. It touched the mesh. It's a goal.
John Druce had 2 last night, and he has scored here early. In period 1, the Caps up by a score of 1-0. For John Druce, that is goal number 4 on the year. Bondra. And Ridley draws assists. 3:08 the time of the goal, and the Caps lead 1-0. The late penalty upcoming here now as the Devils touch the puck, and the Caps will go on the power play with a 1-0 lead. And again, last night, Craig Laughlin, 4 goals for the Capitals with the extra man. We'll be back with the power play and the penalty call right after this.
Why do so many people go to Hardee's for breakfast? That's why. Hardee's, all kinds of good stuff.
Ken Danico getting a double minor, so the Caps will have the manpower advantage here for the next 4 minutes, barring a goal scored. 2 for interference and 2 for unsportsmanlike conduct.
Yes, well, the key to that is the Capitals can create a lot of penalties by standing in that crease in front of Terreri, forcing the defenseman to take him out. The defenseman has to take him. Then he said a few words to McCreary. He gets an extra minor. Caps on the power play for 4 minutes.
And up front for the Capitals, Peter Zezel with Mike Ridley and Dino Ciccarelli. Devils able to clear the zone. The Caps will come back into their own end and regroup.
Well, last night, this group out here, Boschman and Stewart, really shut down the Rangers. They've got 2 excellent power penalty-killing units because they forced all over the ice, creating turnovers.
Caps 3rd in the NHL right now with the extra man. Here's Zezel from the right wing, fires a shot. The Terreri makes the pad save. Devils again clear the zone as the Capitals showing a lot of confidence with the extra man. 11 of 41 and a 26.8 percentage on the power play. Here's Ciccarelli's drive. Blocked there. The rebound. It comes back to Felix at a shot. Terreri gloves it and holds on.
The Capitals getting lots of chances inside on Terreri. Lots of shots. They seem to be really shooting high right off the bat on Terreri. He's a smaller goalie. They've probably watched him. They've looked at tapes. They know he's vulnerable up top. And it's hard for a goalie to stop a guy like Zezel. He's coming in on his off wing. It's hard for the goalie to set up his angles properly. He kicks out his toe, hits his toe. Another Capital comes in. Ridley gets another whack at it, goes wide. The key to that is when you're on the power play, you like to play your off wing because you've got a better angle to go to the net, and goalies have a hard time figuring out angles.
New power play unit for the Capitals. Hunter wins the draw to Pavanka, who tips it back to Johansson. Johansson had 3 assists for the Capitals last night in the win over the Islanders. Pavanka back to Johansson. Across to Pavanka. Michael Pavanka feeding it to Hunter, to Johansson. One time by Hatcher and deflected just wide. The Jersey Devils clear the zone. And killing off some valuable seconds here on the near side is John McLean, who fires it back behind the Washington net.
Well, this is their second unit of penalty killers. McLean and Muller. Muller, this is really, he's been in the league 6 years. This is his first year in the penalty killing role. He's pretty offensive, both these guys. The Caps got to beware of that.
Abilene swipes it, but not out. Kept in by Johansson, who feeds it on the right wing for John Druce. To Johansson, and he fires it just wide. Devils killing off the first of 2 Danico penalties, double minor. And this is Pavanka from the right faceoff circle. Pavanka fires a shot. A save made by Terreri. The rebound cleared by the Devils back into the neutral zone. Pavanka, as the Devils change on the fly, skip right through the defense. Here's Pavanka! And a great save by Terreri as he falls to his knees. Calle Johansson. Cross ice for Hunter. Hunter shot, scores! Dale Hunter!
The Capitals moving that puck around really well up at the top. They split the seam, meaning they pass between the 4 men playing the diamond on the umbrella power play. Cuts across the seam for a one-timer to Dale Hunter. He just lets it go, goes to the far corner, past Terreri. Pavanka and the defenseman in front really getting on Terreri, creating some traffic in front. But it's the key pass here is Johansson breaking through that seam there, and Hunter then just one-time it right past the goal. It actually went in short side on Terreri. Terreri thought it was going long side. It went short side off the post.
Chris Felix and Johansson drawing assists. Hunter the goal at 5:44. A power play goal once again for the Capitals. They lead 2-0. And that power play goal came on the second of 2 minors to Danico. So the teams are back to full strength. Here come the Devils right in, and the shot goes wide of Beaupre. Fetisov pinching in, clears it behind the boards. Podubny skated off by Tippett, and the Capitals are able to clear the zone as Kyprios dumps it into the neutral zone. Fetisov feeding it ahead to Kasatonov, who gets it to Podubny, looking for Eisbard on the right wing. Eisbard in over the line, skates right in front, and a glove save, and holding on was Don Beaupre. 13:29 left to go. Period 1, Caps up 2-0.
The Capitals are playing really sound defensively, and what you want to do when someone's coming down on you is force them to the outside. The Capitals defense really working on forcing to the outside. Lawler just forcing Eisbart to the outside, which leaves Beaupre just to stand up and play his angle. The puck hits him and he makes the save.
Washington Capitals leading 2-0 here in the first period. Send out Zezel at center. Ciccarelli patrolling the left side, or the right side, and of course Pavanka on the left. From the draw, Devils with that checking line now of Boschman, Stewart, and Crowder. Caps clear the zone. Here's Zezel feeding Ciccarelli. Back to Zezel with a great pass, and he couldn't control it. Zezel still has it to Pavanka. Ciccarelli's in front, causing some havoc, and Terreri tips it to the corner. But the Capitals still control. Ciccarelli one-times it, and it goes wide. Capitals charging the net here. As Crowder comes up with it for the Devils, he clears it to center to Stewart, who dumps it into the Capital zone. Felix turns away from Stewart, takes a hit from Crowder. Ciccarelli for the Capitals, looking on the right wing for Calle Johansson, off the skate of Stewart. Stewart bumping along the board. Ciccarelli throws a hit. Here's Boschman. Pad save made by Donnie Beaupre. Puck all the way to the point. Marcinishyn with a drive that's blocked by the Capitals defense. Here's Pavanka with Zezel and Ciccarelli. 3-on-2. Pavanka firing it behind the net. Ciccarelli on the near boards. Dumps it off into the corner. The puck comes loose to Pavanka, looking for Ciccarelli, who takes a hit there from Crowder. Danico wraps it off the boards to Stewart. Hatcher moves up, but the New Jersey Devils fired into the Washington end.
Against that line, you've got to use the speed, and that's why Ciccarelli, Pavanka, both good skaters, can beat that type of checking line. They're big, tough grinders. They like to take the man. You've got to get away from them.
And the Devils certainly stepping it up here with a man as Hatcher fires a shot, gloved by Terreri, and he decides to hold on to the rebound with a couple of Capitals standing on the doorstep. 11:59 left to go, period one. Caps lead 2-0.
A BMW test was run on each of the 6 leading national gasolines. In 5 of those tests, deposits on dirty intake valves got worse. One gasoline did completely the opposite. Texaco System 3. It actually removed deposits others left behind. And it's an all-octane grade, not just premium.
And you thought all gasolines were the same.
Well, John, kind of, Jeff, I don't think's too happy right now. You don't.
I wouldn't think so.
You don't like to get those 2-minute minors, 2 and 2, right off the bat. Really, you know, it's a real problem for the team to try to dig out of that hole, especially on the road.
Capitals, as you just saw, charging the New Jersey net, and Chris Terreri in a decided advantage in shots. Langway trying to tip it over the stick of Kirk Muller. Ridley feeding it ahead to Miller, to Leach. Leach looking for a streaking Miller. And it's blocked at the defense. Miller goes charging into the net. And we've got a penalty call upcoming as Kelly Miller bruises into Terreri. The net comes off its moorings. And McCreary signaling a penalty here.
Thank God for the nets with the new post, Jeff. It really protects the players. Stephen Leach looking for a streaking Kelly Miller. He's pulled down from behind by McLean. Slides under Terreri, knocks the net off.
And McLean heading off for hooking.
The key is, though, that's the type of plays you force them to take penalties. Had that pass gone through, it would have been a tip-in for Miller right in front of the net. So the forward must pull him down. It's a good penalty. Some penalties are bad, you know, not good in hockey. Others are, you know, bad, and that's
one of the bad ones. 8:17, the time of the penalty to McLean for hooking, as we got a look at Chris Terreri, who brings a 4-game winning streak into the game here tonight. Terreri, 18 saves against the Capitals on Wednesday night. He made 25 stops and was named the first star last night in a 3-2 win over the Devils. So the Caps are on the power play again. 1 for 2 here in the first period, and we are underway as the puck is driven into the Washington end. Beaupre leaves it there for Calle Johansson. Rink wide for Pavanka at the blue line. Flips it off the boards to Ciccarelli, to Dale Hunter. Back to Hatcher pitching in, and he tried to put it on the far side and didn't miss by much. Devils fire the puck back down to the Washington end. Beaupre leaving it there for Johansson. 11:15 left to go here in the first period. 1:28 on the Caps power play. Johansson turns away from Shanahan, gets it on the left wing for Hunter. Streaking down the left side with Ciccarelli, too far, and the puck is cleared all the way back down in the Washington end.
The Capitals setting up with a new look power play breakout. 1 guy behind the net, 3 guys on the blue line, and 1 guy down near their blue line. What they're trying to do is spread out the New Jersey Devils.
Here's Pavanka on the near boards. Fetisov throws a check. Kazatanov out there as well, so the 2 Soviets teamed up here. Trying to kill off this penalty. Puck knocked down by Ciccarelli. Ciccarelli being chased by the Devils defense. Gets it to Felix, to Johansson, back to Chris Felix. He winds up. Ciccarelli standing there looking to tip it in. But the puck ends up on the far boards, and back come the Devils. Shanahan and Sundstrom. Up front, Shanahan fires a drive. It goes wide. Sandstrom gets it right back to Shanahan. Cleared by Felix to Ridley on the left side. Both teams change on the fly. Here's Ciccarelli in over the line. Lets a shot go and a pad save by Terreri. The rebound cleared all the way back down into the Washington end. Langway comes racing after it with 21 seconds left now in the Caps power play. Langway feeds Kevin Hatcher. Cruising in on the left side. Hatcher still with that puck. Fires a shot to Ciccarelli and he deflected it. And Terreri gets a piece of it and holds on to the rebound with the Capitals awaiting Terreri to reject it and leave it there on the doorstep.
The Capitals having a lot of success because the New Jersey Devils are not getting their sticks on them so they can wind up and get a full head of steam coming down the ice. And the Capitals getting lots of chances right in front. A deflection by Ciccarelli goes wide of the net. Ridley right there looking for the rebound, but Terreri covers up. But the thing is, they're getting to free flow. The New Jersey Devils aren't hooking and holding. And when you get a head of steam up, the Hatchers, the Pavankas, you aren't going to stop them standing still.
Shots on goal. Decided advantage for the Capitals to this point in time. We've just passed the midway point of the first period. The Caps with 15 shots. The Devils with 4. 9 seconds left in the penalty to McLean. Here's Hatcher. Gets it to Johansson. A shot by Johansson from the point. Deflected by Leach. And back come the Devils. 1 second left in the penalty. McLean back on the ice. The team's at full strength. Offside the call. Muller ahead of the puck carrier. Peter Stastny, thus the offside call. Miller with what's on tap coming up immediately following the game. Home Team Sports presents Pac-10 College Football featuring Arizona State and Oregon. Tomorrow night, racing fans get a double treat. First, it is 2 hours of Speedway Sunday beginning at 7:30, and that'll be followed by motorcycle action at the 1990 U.S. Motocross National Championships. All that right here on Home Team Sports.
Well, Jeff, so far, I really haven't seen the Devils really shortening up their deck already. Haven't seen much of Lemieux yet. He hasn't been out, been a real big force out there so far. And I think Conniff is really going to shorten up the deck already, being down 2-0, and go with some real offensive guys out there.
There he is, Peter Stastny, acquired last year from the Quebec Nordiques, and a player that's getting on in years, but still very much a talented player here in the NHL. Langway leading the Capitals attack out of their own zone. Feeds Leach on the right wing. In over the blue line. Stephen Leach with Ridley and Miller. Still trying to control that puck, and he is mugged, and we'll have another penalty called here. Bill McCreary this time calls it for elbowing. And the Caps right back on the power play again.
Well, the big kid from the Devils coming across gives Stephen Leach an elbow, and the Devils are sort of complaining. They've had a few penalties called against them right away. Stephen Leach makes a nice, nifty move right inside the blue line. Gets double teamed by 2 of the Devils. The one Devil gives him the elbow into the head. He gets the penalty. McCreary standing right there to call the penalty.
10:37, the time of the elbowing call here in the first period. The Caps back on the power play. McLean right back in the penalty box after just a few minutes ago going off for hooking.
A lot of that sometimes happens because you're a little frustrated. The Capitals really with an up-tempo game tonight, really skating, really checking. And sometimes you get so frustrated that you're just out there looking to try to hit somebody really hard, and you're so frustrated that you just want to hit them and hit them as hard as you can.
From the draw, kicked back by Zezel, who's quite a soccer player, to the defense. Felix feeds it to Ridley on the right faceoff circle. Down low here to Zezel in the corner. He is bumped along the boards by Fetisov. Devils recover in their own zone and finally dump it down into the Washington end. Beaupre teeing it up there for Felix. Stewart, a lone forechecker in deep for the Devils, but the Caps again carry the puck quickly down into the New Jersey end of the ice. Fetisov takes the pass from Terreri at his own blue line, looks for Stewart, the pass behind him. Stewart and Felix bumped in the corner. Felix gets it to Ridley. Mike Ridley for the Capitals at center. Loses his edge, but still able to clear it in over the line. It goes off Boschman. And the Devils now controlling their own end. Stewart finds an opening off the boards. 1:08 left in the penalty to McLean. Caps lead 2-0 and are on the power play. Both teams change on the go. Hatcher to Ridley to Ciccarelli. It goes high into the air, up into the crowd, and we'll have a face-off at 1:01 left in the minor to McLean.
The Capitals changing their power play breakout again. What happens is they sometimes change it. They go back, get a full head of steam, come up the ice. If they see that the Devils are changing or off the ice, they line 3 guys up at their own blue line and 1 guy at the far blue line. And Kevin Hatcher, he had a great game last night because he didn't try to do much. He told me earlier today he's just trying to pick his spots. And I think that's the key word. Pick your spots when you want to carry the puck. Kevin Hatcher logs a lot of ice time on the power play and penalty killing.
And Hatcher easily had his best game of the season offensively and defensively last night in the win over the Islanders.
That's because he didn't expend a lot of energy racing around, carrying the puck all over the place. He just played solid defense. When an offensive chance arose, he jumped to it.
Here's Dale Hunter for the Capitals with Ciccarelli and Pavanka. Some good stick handling there by Hunter, and he feeds Pavanka, who couldn't control the bouncing puck. Sundstrom ridden off by Pavanka. Hatcher has it hop over his stick. Clears it cross ice for Calle Johansson. Johansson on the near side as the Caps regroup in the neutral zone. Hunter skates away from Sundstrom at center. Leading the Washington attack in over the blue line. Dale Hunter flips it off into the corner. Terreri comes out, then decides to head back in and seeing Ciccarelli skate in. Here's Pavanka to Hunter. It comes back to Johansson. To Hunter. Dale Hunter has it hop off his stick, and it's flipped on the backhand by Driver back into the neutral zone. 9 seconds left in the penalty to McLean. Johansson to Pavanka. On the left wing for Ciccarelli. Ciccarelli feeds Hatcher with seconds remaining, and it was tipped by Pavanka just wide, cleared around on the boards, and McLean steps out of the penalty box and passes it ahead to Stastny. To McLean, one time, and a save made by Beaupre. The rebound by Hatcher. He gets it ahead to Ridley. Ridley with Kelly Miller, who skates in off the bench. Miller now with Ridley tied up by Kazatanov, and the Devils recover in their own zone. Stastny leading the Devils attack in over the line. McLean, Kazatanov, and Muller all in deep. Here's Kazatanov with a shot. Save made by Beaupre, and he holds on. Donnie Beaupre, very sharp here tonight. Sticks get high. Rouse and McLean, nothing will develop here. And we'll have a face-off of the Washington end. Caps lead 2-0. Stay tuned. You're watching Caps hockey on Home Team Sports.
We know you're in there.
We're not coming out.
We'll make you a deal.
We want a car and we want money.
How about a Subaru Legacy?
Does it have air conditioning and 4-wheel disc brakes?
Standard.
Okay. What's the deal?
How about $3,100?
Now you can save over $3,100 on select Subaru Legacy L model vehicles with the Value Plus package.
Okay, we're coming out.
This would be a lot easier if they just come down to the showroom.
The Devils get a couple of good chances. The reason they get a good chance, Stastny carries it over the blue line. Kasatonov, a defenseman, steps into the opening. Not watched by the Capitals forward. He steps into the slot, gets a good shot on Beaupre. Beaupre stands up, hits him in the chest. A big save.
Dave Bailey now centering a line with Podubny and Eisbach. This line very effective in New Jersey on Wednesday night. Ciccarelli able to tip it away there from Kazatanov. He and Pavanka in over the line. Pavanka racing after it here on the near boards. Ridden off on the play by Fetisov. Ciccarelli misses a check. Devils in their own zone. Caps with a hard check there from Zezel. Back come the Devils. On the right wing here now is Podubny. Podubny fires a shot that Beaupre gets a piece of, and the Caps very quickly get it out of their own zone. Ciccarelli turns away from Fetisov. Beats Pavanka, who dumps it into the New Jersey end. Terreri comes out. Leaves it there for Kazatanov. Long pass on the right side. This is Eisbach. Ahead to Maley. Looking for Eisbach, trying to go around Johansson. Off into the corner now. Maley helping out. Eisbach being held along the boards there by Hatcher. Caps control the puck. Alan May looking for Tippett, who's streaking down the center ice zone, and he's all the way into the New Jersey end. Takes a hard hit from Fetisov. It's onside. Here's a backhander by May directed towards the net. Hits Kypreos and Podubny with Crowder. The two of them in over the Washington line. Hatcher takes a hard hit at Crowder, who's still able to come up with the puck. Crowder trying to move around Johansson. Calle Johansson gets it ahead to Kypreos. Crowder tying him up, and Hatcher dumps it, but not out. Knocked down by Boschman. Back to Hatcher to Alan May. Crowder and Tippett get something going.
Two very similar lines out there. Both grinding, checking lines, trying to stir it up. That Crowder line out there to try to get some tempo going for the Devils.
Boschman flips it into the Washington end. Devils showing a little frustration here right now. We've got something going here on the near side. Stewart and Alan May. And away they go. Alan May getting that left hand loose. No question who won that one.
Well, they're out there. They're both out there to do a job. They're both pretty tough guys. Alan Stewart coming up from Utica, playing in Maine. And everybody knows Alan May, very tough guy, big enforcer for the Capitals, very good player also. They're trying to stir something up out there.
Alan May very quickly heading off. He might have hurt himself as he skates right off the ice and into the Capitals dressing room. Al Koken is downstairs. We'll try to get an update on the injury situation because Alan May here with exactly 5 minutes and 1 second quickly heads off the ice and likely wanting to get some ice on that hand.
Oh, he's probably going to put it right into an ice bucket. Stan Wong, the trainer, always has ice waiting right there for anybody that comes in injured. The thing is, those two lines, very much similar lines out there for the Capitals and the Devils. You knew something was going to get started out there. You got two tough guys, three tough guys on the ice at once. Something's going to happen.
Here are the penalties.
Number 10, Alan Stewart gets 5 minutes for fighting. Washington, number 16, Alan May, 2 minutes for instigating, 5 minutes for fighting. Time of the calls, 14:59.
Well, maybe Alan May knew exactly what was going to happen, getting that instigating penalty. He was through for this period and very quickly made his way to the Capitals dressing room. He gets the extra 2 minutes, and the Devils get their first power play opportunity of the night. Devils 5th in the league. 11 of 42, 26.2%, and penalty killing wise, the Washington Capitals have been very effective here. 3rd in the NHL, 28 of 33 for 84.8%. And I'll tell you something about the Devils' power play here in a moment, but right now play underway.
Well, I think the key is to watch Stastny. He's so good with the puck down low. They're going to try to work a triangle, work a 3-on-2 down low for a tap in off the post.
Stastny clears it on the left side for Muller, who clears it into the Washington end. Beaupre leaves it there for Langway. Caps try to clear the zone. Shanahan able to keep it into McLean on the near boards. McLean from the left faceoff circle. Looking, reads it low, and Stastny's perfect pass, a feathered pass to Kirk Muller, but Beaupre was right there. Ridley and Kelly Miller. The pass behind Kelly Miller and back in the zone of the Devils. McLean has it go right off Miller's stick back in the neutral zone.
The Capitals trying to jump on Shanahan. He's a forward. It's only his 2nd or 3rd game playing defense. He's not too sure of himself because one bad bounce can let the Capitals have a break.
Shanahan with a one-timer blocked in front of Beaupre. The rebound from the corner now. Capitals attempt to get it out, comes back to the point. It's backhanded by Shanahan into the corner to Stastny. Langway tying him up. Hatcher helping out. Shanahan gets it cross ice for Driver. It is blocked by one of the Devils, and the Caps clear the zone. Carrari swipes the puck ahead. Shanahan with 33 seconds left. In the Caps, minor penalty to Alan May for instigating the fight. Caps shorthanded here, but Shanahan gets it on the right side for Podubny. Podubny slaps it into the corner to Stastny, who misses a check there from Rouse. Gets it to McLean, back to the point to Shanahan, to McLean, who gloves it, knocks it back down to Shanahan. To McLean. He takes a hit there from Lawler. Here's Stastny, ridden off by Rouse, backhanded by Lawler, but not out. Shot by Shanahan, pad save made by Beaupre. 3 seconds left now, the minor penalty. Danico pinching in, fires a shot. Beaupre's got it. Caps back to full strength, and they've effectively killed off the minor penalty to Alan May. And you know, the New Jersey Devils have won 5 times here. They lead the Patrick Division. And Craig, in 4 of their 5 wins, they've got that game-winning goal on the power play. So the Capitals know and respect what the Devils can do, and especially with Peter Stastny.
Well, sure. Well, the Capitals right away know that. They've watched the tapes. The defensemen were forcing above the circle, which a lot of teams don't do. When you're forced so aggressively above the circle, you prevent Stastny from getting it down low. And Shanahan playing the point. He's on his off wing, playing the point. Takes a one-timer, it gets deflected in front, but a good setup, and then they get another whack at it at the side of the point. Shanahan on the point for a one-timer, but he's a forward out there, and the Capitals can really jump on him, put some pressure on him to get some chances themselves.
Devils catching up in shots. Don Beaupre with a solid first period of action. 16-11 with 2:51 left to go here in the first period. No shots, of course, in the Capitals' favor. Bondra along the near boards, looking for Dale Hunter, too far. Touching the puck there is Danico, and icing is the call. 2:38 left to go, first period. Washington Capitals leading this one 2-0.
Well, Kenny Danico, he's a big, tough guy. He's cut down on his penalty minutes because the New Jersey Devils think he's very important defensively.
Our Al Koken is standing down at ice level. Let's join Al now. Al?
All right, thanks, Jeff. Let's update you on some scores on the Washington Post scoreboard. 1-1 between the Islanders and Buffalo at the Nassau Coliseum. Rangers and Pittsburgh scoreless in the first period. One final, Quebec 5-3 over Detroit. Alan May, they're looking at his left hand. I think he hit it on Stewart's helmet. No word yet on John Druce, but nothing appears to be serious with John Druce. Let's go back upstairs.
All right, the face-off to the right of Don Beaupre. It's Eisbart at center now. Maley and Podubny flanking him on the wing. Kevin Hatcher for the Capitals, flipping a long lead pass for Bondra. Bondra turned around by Marcinishin, and icing is the call, and we'll wait and see what develops here. Here's Danico trying to get something going, throwing a couple of lefts, and we've got quite the scrum behind Terreri.
Well, everybody's jumping into it. Everybody's pairing off. Everybody's going to get a man and try to hold on to him.
Dale Hunter at the center of it. And now Kyprios tying up with one of the Devils. Something might develop here. Dave Maley.
Well, they're both grabbing each other. No one's, they aren't sure who's going to throw the first punch. They're both in a fight. You're trying to grab the guy's arm, trying to tie up his arm. Hopefully you tie up the right one. If he's a lefty, tie up his left arm.
Hey, tell me something. I'm told that you tried to develop in your days in the NHL the tearaway jersey. Is that true?
Well, not really, Jeff. I sure tied mine down because I knew it would be over my head if I did.
All right, here comes Dick Kyprios. Over to the penalty box, or perhaps all the way to the Capitals dressing room. 2:25 left to go. That's exactly where he's headed. Maley decides the opposite. And he heads to the penalty box.
Well, I think this line out here, this Maley line, Eisbart and Podubny, they're three centermen. They're actually all three centermen. Connor's got them out there playing different positions. They all work different positions out there, but they're all centermen. It started when Marcinishin hooked down Bondra. Dale Hunter didn't take too kindly to that push with Danico in the corner. Then everybody came in. All the Devils came in. You're trying to set something. You're trying to set a tone. Let's all get involved in the game. They're down 2-0. They want to show the coach that they want to fight for the team.
Bill McCreary has issued his verdict.
Jersey number 8, David Maley. Washington number 32, Dale Hunter. Washington, number 9, Nick Kyprios. They each get 2 minutes for roughing. Penalties come at 17:35.
No damage done. 4 minor penalties. 2 to the Devils, 2 to the Capitals.
So they play 5-on-5. There's not. It used to be in the old days, Jeff, where you could play 3-on-3. No longer.
17:35.
Kyprios and Hunter for the Capitals, Maley and Danico for the Devils.
Well, Lemieux out there for one of his first shifts this period with Sundstrom. They haven't seen much ice time because of the penalties. And when you're not penalty killing and you're not on a power play on a team in the NHL, your ice time can really go down. And speaking of ice time, a lot of people don't understand. You know, the average player in the NHL plays about 12 to 14 minutes on the ice. The Kevin Hatchers, the Mario Lemieux, the Wayne Gretzky, they might get up to as many as 35 minutes. But the average player playing 3 lines on a hockey team, it's 14 minutes of ice time.
That's an interesting stat. And I think back to your career in the National Hockey League. I didn't think you ever left the ice.
I tried to stay out there. They had to pull me off.
Yeah, Terry's told me that. Coach Terry Murray of the Capitals. Back when he was an assistant, Nick Bryan, then head coach of the Capitals, said, you take care of Lachlan, I'll take care of everybody else. Here's from the face-off, Claude Lemieux. Between the face-off circles, fires a shot towards the net. Again, Don Beaupre holding on with a couple of Devils waiting for the rebound.
Yes, Lemieux, just a quick wrist shot. He tries to get his shots away quickly. All the Devils, in the NHL, you've got to shoot quickly, and you've got to just put it at the net, try to get a screen, try to...
Typical Patrick Division player. Very much so. In fact, John Cuniff telling Craig and I the other day in the Meadowlands that here's one great acquisition for the Devils. Coming over, of course, for Turgeon, who has yet to play for Montreal, and I understand will not play till the middle of November.
That guy is as hard as rock. I've run into him a few times, and you end up on your bum because he's so strong on his skates, one of the strongest players in the NHL on his skates. He's 225 pounds, Jeff.
So they'll do the face-off all over again here to the left of Don Beaupre. Boschman out there with Patrick Sundstrom. And also still remaining on the ice, coming back from the Devils bench, is Claude Lemieux with some instructions from Coach John Cuniff. Kazatanov and Fetisov on the Devils blue line. Caps have Pavanka with Zezel and Cicerelli.
They're trying to set up a play with Sundstrom coming across on his forehand.
Here's a shot from the point. It goes wide. Cicerelli here on the near side. Looking to feed it ahead to Pavanka. He takes a hit from Sundstrom. Caps trying to clear the zone, and an offside was called, or perhaps we will have a face-off just outside the blue line. Hateman, in fact, calling it on the delayed offside, and the face-off comes outside the Washington blue line.
Peter Zezel, he likes to get involved, and he's got to get involved. He's got to bump and grind to get some chances around that net. He's a heads-up hockey player, a very good passer. He's a big guy. He's very strong. His lower body, his legs are huge because did play for the Toronto Blizzard, the MSIL in Toronto.
And when he was acquired by the Washington Capitals, was over in Yugoslavia playing soccer. So he was quite an athlete. We saw evidence of him kicking at the puck earlier on this period. Play underway in the neutral zone. Muller feeding it ahead to McLean. Back to Muller. Muller's drive. Gloved there by Beaupre. The rebound high in the air. Knocked down by Miller and cleared off the boards back down into the New Jersey end. 1:45 left to go. Teams at full strength despite coincidental minors. 2 each to both the Caps and the Devils. Langway feeding it ahead to Miller. Goes high into the air, up into the crowd, and a face-off in the neutral zone. 1:34 left to go as we get a look at Kelly Miller and Rod Langway having a few words.
Kelly Miller, Charlie Hustle of this team, he can really ignite this Capitals team because he works so hard. He skates, and he creates a lot of chances because of that.
Ridley, Miller, and Leach up front. Langway and Hatcher on the blue line. As Rod Langway skates off and offers a couple of gloves to one of the Capitals.
Well, Rod goes through about 5 pair of gloves a game. He gets them dried in between periods. He always has 2 or 3 on the bench. He has a couple in the dressing room. He wears more gloves than anybody.
Langway with the puck. Caps team captain has it taken off his stick by Muller. He turns and throws the check at Langway. And play whistled down. And this time, I think Langway is going to head to the penalty box, cross-checking, and that's the captain's first penalty of the season.
Well, the first penalty, and he lost the puck on his stick. He then took the man into the boards. He took him in a little bit with his stick, and that's where McCreary's calling it because he got his stick up. It went up the back of his shoulder pads and then caught a piece of his neck. So the referee was standing there. He called it cross-checking.
18:36, the time of the minor penalty for cross-checking to Langway. So again, the Devils on the power play here. They had one earlier on this period, but did not score. Obviously, trailing 2-0.
Excuse me. Again, this is a crucial time of the period. We always talk about crucial times. The last 2 minutes and the first 2 minutes are crucial.
Carreri leaves it there for Driver. Driver leading the Devils attack with a long lead pass to Muller. He fires it to Shanahan, and he wraps it off the boards. Caps try to clear the zone. Driver keeps it in, but Hatcher finds an opening and hits it the length of the ice. That one bounced off an ice chip right on Terreri. Caps trying to force the play in the Devils zone. New Jersey in over the line. Stastny to McLean to Shanahan. Shanahan looking for Driver, fires a shot. Beaupre gets a piece of it, and it's off into the corner. 39 seconds left here in the first period. Stastny gets it back to Shanahan. To Stastny. Ridley doing a good job tying them up. McLean drops a pass along the boards for Muller, who gets it cross ice to Driver with a drive. And it's deflected off into the corner. Kelly Miller and Ridley team up, and they clear it down the ice with 18 seconds left. Terreri feeding it ahead to Shanahan. Both teams changing on the go. Muller feeding Kazatanov. He winds up. Stick save made by Beaupre. The rebound wrapped off the boards and racing after it. Here now is Tippett. 3 seconds left. Terreri's out of his net. He will turn and fire it off into the open corner. There it is. The horn to signify the end of period number 1. Solid period of hockey for the Washington Capitals. And with the score, Caps 2, the Devils no score. This is the Home Team Sports Television Network.